Another day, another morning. Last morning with these shit ass mics. I'm feeling new. The carb up yesterday definitely made me feel better today. Feel more energized getting out of bed. We have another refeed day today, but it's not as much food, so that's okay. We're also mandated to take a rest day and skip cardio. Oh no. By the way, for proof, I definitely didn't write that myself, but genuinely, that's the plan for the day. And then tomorrow we'll be back on starving duty and cardio duty. We're gonna run back yesterday's breakfast with the English muffins and the eggs. Oh yeah, this is gonna be epic. So today, actually, I'm sure you saw, but we have 100 grams less carbs, which is okay. I mean, that's still quite a bit for me. 300 would cover 2.5 days of my usual diet for this prep, or at least this week. Tomorrow we're right back to it and we will be starve maxing. Today is definitely one of the more relaxed days I have, given that this is the only rest day that doesn't include cardio or steps, which is good, but at the same time, what do I do today? You know, I need to find something to do because I can't just sit here all day. I have 2 classes today, so that's good. I'll keep me busy for a bit. Then I'll have to go pick up the Amazon package, which is the new mics, which stay tuned for whatever point in this video that comes at, because I'm sure they're really good and I'm excited. And we have made it back from class. We are making our oatmeal right now. Since we have less fats today, we're not going to use the almond butter we used yesterday. Instead, we will use the PB Fit. So that's a quick hack as well for prep. Also very low calorie, surprisingly. I'm struggling to find what to record on this rest day. I'm kind of like delaying the recording of today for later on. I really want to, get to use the new microphones. But up to that point, I'm going to record all the meals I eat, or I'll try and eat everything earlier, because yesterday I cut out the last things I ate. But right now, there's oatmeal, which I'll show you right about now. Here is our next meal. Literally, hold on, let's try and focus it this time, because I always suck at it. Is it in frame? It's literally just oatmeal, 2 packets of oatmeal with the PB Fit. Oh, for those who don't know, hold on. PB Fit is a powdered peanut butter, right? You just mix it with water and it's good. And I recommend this, really. It's only 60 calories a serving, and this is literally a serving and a half. Look how much fucking peanut butter that is. That's 60 calories. And it's like, what, 12 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. What? Anyway, I'm gonna get to eating this now because it's staring at me and I need to teach it a lesson, but I'll keep y'all posted. It's already the afternoon and we unlocked good mic quality. I'm sure you can hear the difference because I already can hear the difference. Well, I mean, not right now, but when I played back the other videos, I could hear the difference. But it's really cool actually because it has different modes. This is background noise cancellation. And if I click it, you can hear the background. So I don't know which one I'll use in the gym. I'll play around with it. If this is too loud with background noise, then I'll use the other one. But if not, then who knows, right? Let me put it back on right now. We got the dishwasher running in the back, so that's not ideal for the recording. Earlier today, someone had asked me how I got into lifting. So later on in the video, we're going to answer that more in depth about my journey in lifting, because that is a good thing to do since I have nothing to do. Since it's my rest day, right? Since it's my full rest day, which I haven't had in a while because no cardio, no steps, as I said before. But we are starving, so we will eat another bowl of Lucky Charms, potentially. I'll see now. Next clip will be me eating. Everything's in the dishwasher, so I had to settle for a flat plate for this cereal. This is 72 grams of Lucky Charms, exactly 2 servings, 60 grams of carbs down the hatch, yo. And it looks like we're raw dogging it with no milk. I'll tell you what, my prep brain right now is telling me this is the best shit I've ever looked at, so I might dig right in, really. I really just recorded this whole segment to just realize it wasn't recording, but now I know it's recording because I can see the reflection, so that's good. Anyway, time to answer the question, or time to answer when I started lifting or why I started lifting. Let's start from the beginning. When I was about 5 years old, I'm dead serious, 5 or 6 years old, this must have been before 1st grade. I remember I used to do these 2-minute ab workouts that, of course, they didn't fucking work because my expectation as a kid was get abs in 2 minutes. I'm like, dude, I don't think the concept of lying was developed in my brain back then. I was like, dude, this is crazy. And then I would do them and nothing would happen and I'd be extremely disappointed. I remember one day, 5 in a row, and I didn't see any abs and I was fucking fuming. But it's okay. It was a learning experience, right? Then moving on to when I was about 8 years old, this is the first time I was exposed to the the documentary Pumping Iron. Now, everyone knows this documentary, and if you haven't watched it and you're into bodybuilding, you are not really into bodybuilding.
you should definitely give it a look. I practically watch that movie or documentary monthly at least, because it is just so motivating to me. It's kind of like a way to reminisce where it all started. Then years pass, because of course at 8 years old, I wasn't going to the gym. About the age of 10, I started doing boxing. This was back home in Argentina, and I was pretty good at it. I did that for like 3 years or 2 years. And again, I mean, if I didn't start lifting, then probably that would have been my bread and butter today. Who knows? I might be recording this video for my first fight, right? Rather than my first show. But anyway, the boxing gym I was training at was literally just a step away. Like, I mean, seriously, there was just a little ledge separating the boxing area from an actual gym. A gym with some like cool ass old school equipment, right? I would look at this place and I would see the people there, you know? I saw a motherfucker bench like 1 plate back then. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy shit I've ever seen in my life. And so I asked my parents, I was like, hey, mom, dad, can I start lifting? Can I start going to the gym? And of course, the answer was no, because why the fuck would they, right? Let me do something that's completely harmless, scientifically studied, you know, kind of like don't take creatine, it's bad for you. That kind of idea. But then again, can't blame them. I mean, that's like their way of protecting their child, right? So I proceeded to lie to my parents by telling them I was still going to boxing. Instead of that, I went to the gym at about 12 to 13 years old, anywhere in between that. And so every time my dad would take me to the gym to do boxing, and instead of going to the class that was on the left, I would go to the right where the gym is, and I would lift. I would lift for that hour and a half that we had, and then my dad would come pick me up, and I would tell him boxing was great. So if my parents are watching this, should have let me lift. A couple months after that though, they did actually let me lift. And then I started going 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. And right about that time where I reached 5 times a week when I was 14 years old, I had met this bodybuilder, man, this amateur level bodybuilder who was about like 260 or about 120 kilos. He was incredible, man. Like, to me, that was the craziest man I've ever seen in my life. And he approached me and he was like, how long have you been training? I was like a couple of months. I'd lifted for like 6 months at that point. And one thing led to another. We became training partners. My like scrawny self back then became a training partner with this big ass dude. Let me see if I can find a picture. If I find a picture, I'll put it right here, right? Actually, I know exactly where to find a picture, so that will definitely be right here. So I trained with him for like 3 months right before I moved out of Argentina, but that's what got it all started. I got so in love with bodybuilding and I love the training. To be fair, the type of training we did was not like optimal. It was so stupid. We would do reps of like 100 or 20 sets of some bullshit. But I'll tell you what, we brought effort, because no matter what crazy amount of work we did, we actually did do it. And that's what he taught me. It wasn't really training principles, but it was how to bring effort. After that, I moved to Germany, where I actually had to take a hiatus from the gym for like a year. It was brutal. Not fully though, because the school I went to offered supervised gym sessions like twice a week maybe. So I was always excited to go lifting, but it definitely wasn't enough, you know, to scratch the itch of my bodybuilding crazed self. So about maybe 6 months after that, I managed to get a membership at a gym. This was a great relief. And right then everything started. I started really going to the gym 5 times a week, preparing my meals, tracking my macros, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So once I got that membership to the gym, I was into it again. And ever since, I've been working at it. When I was 17, I realized, dude, you might actually have some potential for this. So I was putting on mass like nothing. I mean, I was putting on kilos on kilos on kilos of muscle. Every time someone would see me, I mean, even if it was like a month or 2 apart, they'd be like, what the fuck did you eat? So as it turns out, now I'm a bodybuilder. So that's great. Now, well, right now I'm an amateur bodybuilder, but we'll get our pro card. I'm bored, and if I can't do cardio and I can't do anything like that that'll keep me busy for a while, then at least I'm gonna pose, right? Although my legs are pretty fried, it was hard to balance, but hope y'all enjoy. Looks like we're gonna movie night tonight. We are indeed watching Pumping Iron. Talking about it before made me crave it. And it's been about a month. It's about time. It's due. Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions for me so I can answer like earlier in the video, then just write it down in the comments and I'll make sure to get to them, or I'll make sure to get to the one I find most interesting. I was thinking of maybe doing that and answering like 1 question a video. Because in the past 2 videos, we've answered some and I've gotten good feedback from the people watching. Thank y'all for that. If you have any other questions, just leave in the comment section. Catch y'all tomorrow. This is why we do it, man. Hell yeah.